So I am here with Kira Costa Malone. Kira is competing in the Women's Open Decathlon Championship this weekend. So Kira, tell us, start with your beginnings in track and field.
Sure, yeah. I actually started back in 1995 and I was 10 years old, and I qualified for USATF Junior Olympics, and they were only 3 hours away, so my parents were like, hey, let's go. And so we went, and I placed 6th in the long jump at age 10, and it just kind of started there, and we kept rolling. And the next year nationals were in Houston, and my parents thought, okay, well, if we're gonna go all the way to Houston, you're gonna do more than one event. So we looked up the pentathlon, and that was how I got started in the multis. I was 11 years old when I did the, I think I placed, I can't remember. I placed and I got a medal in the pentathlon at the Junior Olympics in 96 maybe, and it just kind of went from there. The next year I set my first national record in the pentathlon at the AAU National Youth Championships at age 12, and since then I was a nationally ranked youth track athlete. It just really became my identity and my passion. Moving forward, I went in and started doing the heptathlon and specializing in hurdles and long jump, and was consistently nationally ranked all the way up until my first year of college. But to back up, we started pole vaulting because there were all these rumors that heptathletes were going to have to start doing the decathlon, and this was almost 20 years ago now. So we were like, hey, let's start learning the pole vault and then I'll be on top of the game. And so back in 2001, I went to Jan Johnson's and started learning how to pole vault, and just really fell in love with pole vaulting and the feeling of flying and freedom and just being in the air, and that drove me to be really focused on the pole vault. And yeah, I ended up setting a couple national high school records my senior year in high school, and representing Team USA at the Junior Pan Am Games in Barbados 2003, and just really embodied track and field. So that's really how I got started, and it's been 15 years since then, and I'm just so excited to be here, kind of back on the track where it all began, really with the multis and being around all these people and just doing track, doing what we love.
So you pole vaulted in college, and what have you been up to since college?
Since college, I majored in wine and science, winemaking, and business administration, so I did a double in that, and I just pursued stuff in the wine industry and really focused on my career. I'm currently a winemaking consultant and also planning on actually a California coffee planting project right now, so a little busy with the consulting. I also got married 9 years ago, and now I have 2 little girls. So I have a 4.5-year-old who is just like me and inspires me to be out here, and a 15-month-old baby that was born last March. And yeah, they keep us busy. You know, we just do a lot of fun stuff, paddle boarding, going to the beach, just doing mom life. As you know, Becca, it keeps you busy and it keeps you out doing things, but it's really inspiring, and that's part of why I'm here.
And when did you hear about this meet, and what made you decide to get back into it?
Yeah, so for the first time, I've been volunteer coaching youth track in our local town for a couple years. And the first year I helped out, I was pregnant. The second year I just had a baby, so I couldn't really throw myself into it. And then this year, I'm like, all right, I'm all in, and they assigned me as the hurdle coach, the one and only hurdle coach, and I thought, okay, I really have to show up now. And so I'm showing up for these kids, and I'm training them, and I'm seeing them improve, and I'm out there with them, and there was just so much excitement within me to be out there helping the kids and just reliving how important youth track and field was in my life and how it shaped me. And so I thought, well, maybe I could do some masters, maybe I can do an all-comers. So I started looking around, you know, what track meets am I gonna go to? I'd love to start pole vaulting again, maybe kind of after 13 years, and just started, you know, trying to set that goal. And I looked up Masters track and field, and I came across this event, the Masters Hep and Decathlon, and was really excited that I was old enough to be a Masters now. And so I saw they did the DECA, I saw you did it the last couple years, and I got really excited about it. I thought, well, you know what, I'm just gonna show up. You know, what's the worst thing that could happen? So I'm just gonna show up, and I'm gonna love track, and I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna have fun doing it, and I'm gonna be inspired by all the people around me. And so that's how I first found out about it. And then, yeah, I just kind of had to make a decision that I was gonna show up, I was gonna do it, and then I needed the support of my husband and my kids and my family, because there's definitely a lot of time management and juggling that goes on with just trying to keep your family healthy, well, and taken care of, and needs met, and then your own. So it's been an interesting balance of trying to train, not being able to train as much as I want to, but then also just understanding just this is where I'm at, you know, and it's fun and I'm just so grateful to be here.
And how do you feel about the open women having their first championship and being part of that?
Yes, I am so excited. I just cannot wait someday to tell my daughters that I was a part of this event. And now they're a little too young and they don't understand. And I even remember, you know, when I was a high school pole vaulter, looking back now, I did not realize how much pioneering we were doing back in the early, you know, late 90s, early 2000s as female pole vaulters. And I have friends who come up to me now and say, you're so lucky you got to pole vault in high school. We didn't have pole vaulting in my state for girls. And I'm thinking, excuse me? So at the time the sport was only 10 years old. Now it's about 30 years old, and that's awesome. And so to be now able to be a part of this open women's decathlon, the first ever, even though I'm not in the best shape that I've been in my track career, it just is coming all full circle, and to be of age where I can just show up and participate and hopefully inspire others and hopefully give other women the chance to see that we are capable of doing this more so than ever. We've got the resources, we've got the support, and it's go time. Let's do it. It's my way of really embodying women's rights. It's my way of showing my kids that we can go out there and do anything and be anything. And for me, there's no better way to really speak that truth than to act it out. So this is me acting out my truth.
And what events are you most excited about doing this weekend?
Oh my gosh, you know, honestly, all of them, because I haven't been able to high jump in a meet in years, and you know, I'm only 5'2", so when I was 12, I set a national record in the high jump, and I was 5'2" then, but I haven't grown since 5th grade, and so everyone else would keep growing and growing, and then so I kind of like got beaten out of the high jump at a certain point, so I'm just excited to go out there and do all these events that I love. And obviously pole vault, that's just gonna be super fun to get back in there and see what I can do. Pole vaulting is so fun. I'm definitely not that excited about the mile or the 400. So I would say hurdles and field events. We'll just bring it, see what happens.
Awesome, well good luck this weekend.
Thank you.